TDS on purchase of good. Quite surprising indeed. Now let us go back in 2020, and if you will find that the Honorable Finance Minister in her budget introduced a section 206C, a TCS on sale of good. Now what section 206C1H says? The law says that every seller, if the monetary thresholds are satisfied, then he is required to collect TCS on the sales value. Now this section clearly says that the TCS to be collected on a sale of good. Now in her next budget in 2021, the Honorable Finance Minister introduced section 194Q on purchase of good. So therefore the immediate question comes to our mind is whether a provision of TDS and TCS can simultaneously apply to a single transaction, whether the provision of section 194Q and section 206C1H can coexist in a single transaction. Now therefore one will have to read section 194Q, and the answer is lying in the language of section 194Q. Now 194Q clearly says that a buyer of a good, when he is making a payment for any purchase of a good from a resident in India, he is required to deduct TDS either at the time of making payment or while giving credit to that account, whichever event occurs first. Now if you read section 194Q qua section 206C1H, you will find that the timing of either TDS or TCS is quite different, where the TDS is collected moment you are purchasing a good, whereas the event, or I would say a section 206C1H triggers when the buyer makes the payment to seller. And therefore when you read these both sections together, the clear thing which is emerging is that now onward from 1st July 2020, in a case of a sale or a purchase transaction, when I see from the seller's perspective and at the same time when I see from the buyer's perspective, it is the buyer's obligation to deduct TDS from 1st July 2021, and therefore from 1st July 2021 the seller is not required to collect TCS. This is also clear when you read section 206C1H, when it has been clearly mentioned that on any transaction, if the TDS is deductible and the person has deducted the TDS, on that amount the seller is not required to collect TCS. Now I am sure that there will be lots of open question. Let me share few such example, whether the TDS is required to be collected on the total value or it is only on a purchase price. Can I apply for a lower TDS in case I am incurring losses, or for any other practical reason can I apply for a lower TDS under 194Q? Or there may be a question that if what if the buyer fails to deduct TDS under section 194Q, can in that proposition the seller is under obligation to collect TCS as per section 206C1H? So for all these issue, I think lot of discussion and deliberation is required. So please watch out our next video where we will deliberate on each issue in quite detailed manner. Thank you for watching.